You've heard it your entire life. You're too sensitive. Toughen up. Stop taking everything so personally. You've probably spent years apologizing for your tears, shrinking yourself in rooms full of people who seem completely unbothered by the same things that absolutely wreck you. You've wondered, quietly, privately, if something is fundamentally broken inside you. I need you to stop. Right here. Right now. Because the diagnosis you've been carrying? It's wrong. Completely, scientifically, provably wrong. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not a mistake. You are what psychologists officially classify as a highly sensitive person, but that label doesn't do you justice. So today, I'm giving you a better one. You are a supersensor. While the rest of the world is recording life in standard definition, your brain is running in 8K resolution. And today, we're going inside the neuroscience, the hard, peer-reviewed science that proves your sensitivity isn't a flaw in your design. It is a high-performance radar system, one that the world desperately, urgently needs. You have no filter. Scientists call this low latent inhibition. Most human brains are designed with a built-in filtering system. Unconsciously, automatically, they dismiss roughly 90% of incoming sensory data to conserve mental energy. Background noise. Filtered out. Irrelevant faces in a crowd. Ignored. The slight tension between two coworkers across the room. Blocked. Your brain does not do this. Your brain treats everything as relevant. The texture of the fabric against your skin. The low hum of a refrigerator in the next room. The exact tone someone used when they said, "I'm fine." The subtle shift in mood of the person sitting beside you at dinner. All of it. All at once. Constantly. This is precisely why you get overwhelmed in busy environments, loud social gatherings, or emotionally charged situations. Your processor is handling inputs that most people's brains have already discarded. But here is the other side of that coin, and this is critical. Because you filter nothing out, you also notice the things everyone else misses. The pattern hidden in the data. The subtle beauty in an ordinary moment. The warning sign buried beneath the surface of a situation. The solution that emerges only when you pay close enough attention. Your overwhelm and your genius come from the same source. Your mirror neurons are hyperactive. Mirror neurons are the biological foundation of human empathy. They allow us to understand what another person is feeling. But for most people, that understanding is intellectual. They recognize that someone is sad. They process it. They respond to it. They may even feel compassion for it. For you, it is entirely different. When someone near you is suffering, you don't just understand their sadness. You feel it physically inside your own body. Their grief lands in your chest. Their anxiety tightens your stomach. Their joy genuinely lifts your mood. You are not being dramatic. You are not imagining it. Your brain is literally simulating their emotional state as if it were your own. You are, in the most neurological sense of the phrase, an emotional sponge, living in a world that is absolutely full of spills. This is why you leave certain conversations utterly exhausted. Why being in a tense room drains you completely even if nothing was directed at you. Why other people's bad days have a way of becoming yours. But it is also why you are the person others trust without explanation. Why strangers open up to you within minutes. Why you can walk into a room and immediately sense something is wrong before a single word is spoken. Your empathy is not a vulnerability. It is a superpower with a price tag. You process at a different depth. Psychologists call this the pause-to-check strategy. You've probably beaten yourself up over this one the most. In conversations, in decision-making, in situations where everyone else seems to respond instantly and you need a moment, or several, to formulate your answer. You've called yourself slow, indecisive, an overthinker. Here is what is actually happening. While others engage in shallow, reactive processing, responding quickly to whatever is immediately in front of them, your brain is running something entirely more complex. It's called deep semantic encoding. In those few extra seconds before you respond, your brain is unconsciously cross-referencing the current moment against your stored memories. It's scanning for patterns. It's modeling possible future outcomes. It's analyzing not just the literal words being spoken, but the meaning beneath them, the intent behind them, the implications ahead of them. You are not hesitating because you are confused. You are hesitating because your brain is running a full simulation to ensure the most accurate, most considered, most meaningful response possible. That is not a bug in your system. That is elite-level computation. why evolution kept you. Now, if sensitivity made life this difficult, why didn't natural selection eliminate it thousands of years ago? This is the question that changes everything. The answer is simple and profound, because the tribe needed you. Imagine an ancient community. Most members were warriors, bold, fast, reactive, fearless. They were essential. They hunted. They fought. They protected. Without them, the tribe perished. But here's the problem with a tribe of only warriors. They charge into danger without a plan. They miss the warning signs. They misread the intentions of outsiders. They overlook the subtle shift in the sky before a storm. They react. They don't read. The tribe needed someone who could read. That was you. You were the one who sensed that the neighboring tribe's envoy was lying before a single suspicious thing was said. You were the one who noticed the birds behaving strangely before the storm arrived. You were the one who felt the tension underneath the surface of an alliance before it collapsed. Your sensitivity wasn't a weakness in the ancient world. It was a critical, life-saving survival system. And it still is today. Modern society, loud, fast, aggressive, relentlessly stimulating, was built for the warriors. Structured, optimized, and celebrated for the non-sensitive majority. And that's why you've spent your whole life feeling vaguely out of place. But do not confuse being out of place with being without value. The world has never needed super sensors more than it needs them right now. The orchid and the dandelion. I want you to understand something about your energy, because it is one of the most important things I can tell you. Because you process everything so deeply and so completely, you reach your limit faster than most people. When you suddenly need to withdraw, to go quiet, to disappear into a dark and silent room, to shut off completely, you've probably been told that you're being dramatic and asocial, difficult. You're not. That is your RAM being full. Your system has reached maximum capacity and is requesting a mandatory reboot. And science has the perfect metaphor for this. Most people are dandelions. They are resilient by design. They can grow in a crack in the sidewalk or a manicured garden. They thrive in harsh conditions, adapt to almost any environment, and survive nearly anything. Dandelions are tough, and the world is full of them. But you are an orchid. In a harsh environment, toxic, loud, chaotic, emotionally unsafe, you will struggle where dandelions flourish. You will wilt. And for years, you've probably blamed yourself for not being built like a dandelion. Stop. Because research reveals something remarkable, something called vantage sensitivity. When an orchid is placed in the right environment, the correct light, the proper soil, the right temperature, the appropriate level of care, it doesn't simply survive. It blooms in ways the dandelion never could. The complexity, the depth, the extraordinary, breathtaking beauty that emerges from an orchid in its ideal conditions is simply not available to the dandelion, regardless of how well the dandelion is doing. You don't need to grow tougher skin so you can survive in the sidewalk cracks. You need to move yourself into the greenhouse. When you deliberately design your life, your environment, your relationships, your daily rhythms, around the reality of your sensitivity, you don't just catch up to others. You surpass them. So here's what I want you to take from today. Stop trying to install a filter you were never meant to have. You cannot change your neurobiology. More importantly, you shouldn't want to. The world has more than enough numbness already. It does not need you to become thicker-skinned or emotionally dulled. What it needs is for you to show up fully as what you actually are. But you must protect your gift. Build your boundaries, not walls, but intentional structures that guard your energy. Honor your very real need for silence and recovery. Choose your environments with the same care an orchid requires. Stop apologizing for needing what you need. And the next time someone looks at you and says, "You're too sensitive," take a breath, smile internally, and remember the truth they don't yet understand. You don't have a defect. You are simply seeing the world in 8K resolution, in full depth, full color, full feeling, while everyone else has accepted a lower quality picture. And in a world that is growing more disconnected, more distracted, and more numb by the day, your ability to truly feel, to truly notice, to truly connect, that is not a burden. That is the most human thing left. Now, here's something worth considering. Because you carry this high-resolution radar everywhere you go, you've likely built an invisible wall around your private life, especially online. You might be the person who logs on regularly, watches everything, absorbs it all, but rarely, if ever, posts. From the outside, you look like a ghost. Silent, absent, invisible. But psychology tells us that this digital silence is rarely empty. In fact, it may be one of the clearest signals of a completely different kind of inner strength. If you want to know whether your online silence is rooted in genuine confidence, or whether it's quietly masking hidden anxiety, click on the video right here. I break down the full psychology of the online ghost, and exactly why stepping back from the noise of social media might be the single healthiest thing a super sensor can do. I'll see you there. And don't forget to subscribe.